In focus, right here on Radio Sultanate of Oman, we're taking a break. The focus is the Public Authority for Investment Promotion and Export Development, PAIPED. Its efforts to connect Omani businesses to international markets, which has been recognized in Geneva at an award ceremony held by the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. Over the years, PAIPED has made significant progress promoting Omani non-oil products and business internationally. For instance, its B2B matchmaking events and participation at international trade shows has increased the Sultanate's trade and investment profile, as well as highlighted the quality and technical expertise of Oman's growing manufacturing sector. Let's take you to PAIPED. Joining us now is a scientist, Feisul bin Turki AlSaid, and he's from PAIPED, and this is regard to the UNCTAD Investment Promotion Award 2013, which has been presented to the Public Authority for Investment Promotion and Export Development. Congratulations, and at this point I would like to ask you, what made PAIPED win this award?
Well, thank you very much, and it's important to understand that the UNCTAD, the United Nations Investment Promotion Award specifically, on an annual basis looks in showcasing success stories for the investment promotion agencies around the world. And this year they were looking for a success story in the sense of, have you been successful in attracting direct foreign investment that resulted as well into export-driven businesses. This happened through a questionnaire, about 9 or 10 questions, and we basically filled in all the information and we sent it across. We used Valley as an example. To be honest, we did not know where we stand, and I think a week before the event, the ceremony, we have received a call that we have been shortlisted among 10 other organizations, and that we are invited to go to Geneva to attend the ceremony. And that's when it happened, and it was announced. 3 countries out of the 10 shortlisted have been basically granted this award.
And what makes Valley such a big impact? Because, like you said, there are 10 others, and then shortlisted the 3, and then Oman won. So it must have been an impressive investment.
I don't have all the exact criteria, but they were looking at the significance, how significant is the amount of investment that has been made. Second of all, has that resulted in job creation and anything that has to do around training, SMEs development, export oriented. And in our case, probably Valley ticked all those boxes. What is quite impressive that the contribution of Valley in terms of the volume of investment that is made in comparison to the others, I believe is quite on the higher end as well. I mean, we're talking about $1.2 billion had been initial investment that resulted in more than 1,200 jobs, immediate jobs, and around that as well, all the other industries and services will be provided. All of those, I think, contributed in why we believe we have successfully managed to get this award, and because of what Valley added to this award. Bear in mind that the negotiations with Valley started all the way back in 2002, and it only resulted and concluded by 2007-2008. Sometimes that's how long it takes to pursue companies of this caliber, to encourage them to come, to make sure that Oman, and that goes back to the point of, we are very much concerned on, as an organization, how do we promote ourselves? How do we align those messages? How do we define those markets? And then how do we go to those potential investors and to convince them to come to a country such as Oman, and why as well?
Now, what is the sort of effect we see from Valley's perspective in terms of creating jobs, investment here in the country, and supporting SMEs?
I mean, obviously, Valley actually was attracted to Oman primarily because they saw value in Oman as a country in terms of why should we go to Oman. This issue of linking from a geographic point of view, the way we position Oman is an ideal situation for you as Valley to come closer to the markets that you're looking for in the Far East, China, etc.
Sohar became an attraction.
Again, why Sohar again? Because we have the infrastructure in Sohar, and it is export-driven business. So export-driven business means we have a location, Sohar, Gateway, etc. It actually ticks all the boxes. The question would be is, what would it take to have more of such companies to come into Oman? I think defining projects that are, on one hand, the better the company that could create more jobs. I think that would take an obvious priority to us. But then again, it as well has to coincide with why the company should at all come to a country such as Oman. It's very important. So this mix and match is very important. Defining the investment opportunities, those markets, we need to travel to those markets, speak as one-to-one. A lot of people still don't know about the Middle East much. We are always grouped and cluttered as the Middle East, the GCC. And you need to detach that and go to people and actually, because media can be misleading as well, generally speaking.
So would you say you already seen benefits of Valet being here?
Well, the numbers, the numbers we've mentioned are not something that is wishful. These are secured job opportunities, immediate job opportunities. The numbers of investment that we have mentioned has already been secured. I think what we're looking at today is the quality of training, more jobs that can be presented, and building cluster around supporting industries for such projects. Big projects cannot be sustained on their own. Big projects bring in job opportunities, direct investment, but they as well create a platform for supportive industries around it. And that's what we call the downstream projects, etc., and all of that. And that's where the chain and the value chain gets started as well.
And hopefully you'll be bringing in more of these investors into the country.
Well, hopefully we are supposed to be doing nothing but that. And that's what we should be focusing on. And that's what we should be communicating with all the other stakeholders in the country about defining who we are, what we stand for, what are those sectors, and within those sectors we need to be aggressive in terms of who should be coming to Oman and how are they complementing the developments that are happening in Oman.
Thank you so much.
Most welcome, thank you. How are you doing?
We're looking at UNCTAD's Award for Excellence in Promoting Export-Oriented FDI. The award rewards national IPAs that attract quality projects that facilitate the country's access to global value chains, GVCs, and benefit from such value chains. The runners-up for this year's awards included Copenhagen Capacity from Denmark, the Export and Investment Center of the Dominican Republic, the Board of Investment of Mauritius, Mexico, Nicaragua, Trade and Investment, South Africa, the Innovation and Development Agency of Andalusia, Spain, and then 3. We're looking at UNCTAD's Award for Excellence in Promoting Export-Oriented FDI. The award rewards national IPAs that attract quality projects that facilitate the country's access to global value chains, GVCs, and benefit from such value chains. The runners-up for this year's awards included Copenhagen Capacity from Denmark, the Export and Investment Center of the Dominican Republic, the Board of Investment of Mauritius, Mexico, Nicaragua, Trade and Investment, South Africa, the Innovation and Development Agency of Andalusia, Spain, and then 3. Oman, Jamaica, Latvia, and Oman takes the lead. Approached by UNCTAD to participate in the award, forms completed and submitted in early April, and that's when they have been shortlisted. PAIPED, the only Arab Gulf of Asian IPA that was shortlisted for the award. Of course, they represented Valet as a TNC example. PAIPED used it as an example of a transnational corporation that is set up in Oman and is export-oriented. Valet is the world's largest producer of iron ore and iron ore pellets and the world's second largest producer of nickel. In 2007, it opened its Middle East representative commercial office in Muscat. By the next year, it had already entered into a partnership with Sohar Industrial Port Company to rent land in Sohar and build a 1.5 kilometers deep water terminal. It also signed a gas supply agreement the same year. An initial investment of $1.25 billion and a production capacity of 9 million tons of pellets per annum is what happened. Valet has generated more than 1,200 direct jobs. The company has also injected more than 2.